So how to cut off these toxic friendships is like the Nike sign, just do it, sis. Like, you're not even giving these fake friends the opportunity to see you fail or personally get a front row seat. They might see the aftermath of, let's say, if something happened to you that they were rooting for it to happen anyway, they see it in the little nosebleed seats. But if you're keeping them in your circle, they're gonna see it front row, and they were waiting for that the whole time anyway. And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to spot a toxic friend and then how to cut them off. So I actually did a poll on my Instagram asking you guys which one you would like to see first, my curly hair routine or toxic friends, and toxic friends won. It was kind of a back and forth, but most people wanted the toxic friends. It won by like 56%. So today I'm going to be talking about toxic friends, which is something your girl has a lot of experience in, sadly, not happy to say, but something I have a lot of experience in. So I thought I could help you guys in all age groups, whether you're in high school, college, whatever. There's toxic people everywhere and toxic friends. So stay tuned if you want to find out if you feel like you're in a toxic friendship, whatever. And if you guys want me to do more of these like toxic more of these toxic videos, I guess, within relationships, friendships, whatever, just let me know. But this one's gonna be more about friendships. So yeah, the first thing we're gonna start is just how to know if you're in a toxic friendship. Okay, yes. Okay, so I have a list on my computer of just ways. So first we're gonna talk about how to identify a fake friend and then how to cut them off. So the first way is they're always putting you or your goals down. Guys, this is the most common thing I see. I've dealt with personally in friendships, and I've seen in other people's friendships. That's not your friend if you tell them you have a goal or you're doing something and they're not supporting you. So personal experience I had when I used to tell my fake friends or my friends that I wanted to start a YouTube.
Girl, that's so dumb. Who wants to stand in front of a camera and talk?
Like, instead of, even if you were that friend who felt like, okay, that's not something personally for me, if you're a real friend, you should support your friend in knowing that's their dream or that's their goal, and be like, okay, sis, okay, like, what's your plan? I want to hear about it. Or say if you got a new job or something good has happened to you and they're not supportive, they're just constantly putting you down, like, oh, that's stupid, or it can never be me. You're right, it can never be you because it's not you. But you should support your friends either way. Bottom line, whatever, regardless of what they're doing, as long as it's not harmful to them or harmful to anyone else, you should be supporting them. That's your role as a friend. But most people don't know how to be a good friend. So if your friend is not supporting you and putting you down when you tell them something great that happened to you or a goal that you have, sus, that's not your friend. Bottom line, that's not your friend. There's so many times where, like, it was mostly in high school that I dealt with these fake friends, where I would tell them something or like something that I was interested in or something that made me excited or happy, and they would tell me,
oh, that's great.
Which leads me into my next thing. Number two of how to spot a toxic friend. They are never happy for you. Like, and they're the ones who always feel like they're in competition with you. If we're friends, you should never feel like we're in competition. Never. Never. First off, you guys are two different people. Even if you're doing the same thing, y'all are not going to do it the same way. So it shouldn't be a competition. She doesn't have the same personality or anything as you. You guys are completely different. So there should be no competition. You know what I'm saying? So if you tell your friend something and they're always kind of like, oh, that's great, or good, like, great for you, they don't seem authentically excited for you, sis, You as friends, you should not feel in competition. And this is something that girls always do in general. Like, girls always feel like they're in competition with each other. There's no competition. You should be uplifting each other, bottom line, especially if you're friends. Like, okay, you don't want to uplift a freaking stranger or whatever, even though you should, whatever. But if it's your friend and they're telling you like an accomplishment that they may have made and you're not excited, you feel some type way that your friend is succeeding in something, then you need to check yourself, and maybe you are that toxic friend, because you should be happy for your friends. If they're doing something great, if y'all are friends, you're winning with them. Even though that shouldn't be the reason you're happy for them, y'all are all winning. Like, I don't understand. There's a lot of people and a lot of friendships that I've been in, and I'm sure that you guys have been in, where they feel like they're in competition with you. And you may be like asking like, okay, how do I know that? It's easy to tell mainly if you say like say something's good has happened to you and you're excited about it, and you tell your friend, and you can kind of tell their reaction is not like the happiest, or it's fake happy. But then when something good happens to them and you're excited they expect you to be excited for them, there's something wrong with that. Like, y'all should be on the same level. Like, if she's winning, great. If you're winning, great. Like, there shouldn't be any competition. Which leads me to point 3. They always expect you to be an ear for them, and they're never an ear or there for you. I've had so many people like this, like so many people where, girl, what is, guys, my shirt. So many people where every time they have an issue, you're there for them, whether that's family issues, whatever type of issue, or whether they just want to talk to you, you're there for them. But then when it's time for it to be reciprocated, sis is nowhere to be found. And I have dealt with this, so guys, I'm getting triggered by talking about this, but they're nowhere to be found. Like, how is that okay? Like, they love the way you listen to them, but then when it comes to them, it's time for them to be a good friend, they're not for it. That is cut them off. Like, I say this all the time, we're human beings and we want to benefit in something. If you're in this friendship and all you're doing is giving, how is that benefiting you? You're not even getting a good friend in return. They're not even listening to you in return, or if you have an issue, you don't even feel like you can come and talk to that person who's supposed to be your friend. I feel like authentically, you know when you're not in a good friendship. Like, you know. Because I had some fake friends in high school, and I knew that they weren't a good group of friends. Like, I knew they didn't authentically care about me, and they weren't really rooting for me. But I guess I wasn't, I don't want to say confident enough, but just brave enough to just be by myself. And take this as a lesson. I don't care if you're in high school, college, whatever, middle school. If you feel like you have a fake group of friends, be bold enough to cut them off. Like, don't stay around with those fake group of friends because you feel like you need friends, because they're not your friends anyway. So it's better to be by yourself and root for yourself and be your own friend than hang around girls who are secretly waiting for your downfall or preying on your downfall. So guys, I should have kept count of this, but another tip, they're all of a sudden a comedian, y'all. All of a sudden a comedian. Everything is a joke, including you to them. These are the friends where they always are just kidding. Everything it's a joke, sis. Don't be upset. The greatest truths are told in a joke, guys, okay? Don't believe that, oh, I was just kidding, I was just joking. Now, with this, you do have to be kind of check yourself and make sure, okay, am I being a little sensitive? Check yourself sometimes, because sometimes, yeah, you can be a little sensitive. But if this is a joke, first off, if it's a touchy subject that they know is a touchy subject and they're joking about it, instantly not okay. As a friend, instantly not okay. Second, if it's something that they keep kind of like tipping on and you've told them that it kind of bothers you, but yet they keep wanting to be a comedian and joking about it, it's always the girls who try to hide their jealousy or their hate in a joke. Is beware of those girls who always try to throw you under the bus. It doesn't matter if, like, these are the girls where people come around and they're trying to flex for other people, and they think the only way to do that, or the only way to make themselves look better, is by throwing you under the bus or making jokes about you. That's not okay. That's not, like, I never to this day don't understand why they feel like it makes them look good by being a, you know? Because, like, why would that be okay? Why would it make you look more attractive by putting someone else down? But some girls do that, where, so if this is your friend, but every time a group of guys come around, she tries to nitpick on you, that's not your friend. One thing that I've noticed when it comes to toxic friendships, they don't always start out toxic, of course, because you wouldn't be friends, or you wouldn't have become friends with this person if they were toxic in the beginning. Something that happens a lot is that they're your friend until they see how other people love you or like you. Okay, does that make sense? Like, they were authentically your friend until they saw the reaction of other people and how you may attract other people with your personality or how other people like you. That's when the jealousy and the jokes and everything starts. Because they were fine when they were on top. But when other people started liking you and they kind of see the reaction you get from other people, that's when kind of the jealousy and things like that start. So how to cut off these toxic friendships? It's like the Nike sign, just do it, sis. Like, it's going to be hard because these girls, like, whoever the toxic person may be, of course you enjoy being friends with them, but it's not good for you. You have to be bold enough, unlike me. But I wasn't bold enough to walk around and be by myself until, like, senior year. And I still talked to these girls, but just wasn't as close to them. I wasn't bold enough to walk around by myself because I was like, I don't want to be by myself. I want to be part of the fun. No. You got to be your own party, be your own friend, be whatever. But it's better to be by yourself than be with these fake people who are praying for your downfall and want you to fail. Because when you do, and if you stay in these friendships and let's say something happens, let me say it like this. Don't give them the opportunity. Like, by staying in these friendships, you're giving that person the opportunity to potentially see you fail, which is something that they want to happen. They see the aftermath of, let's say, if something happened to you that they were rooting for it to happen anyway, they see it in the little nosebleed seats. But if you're keeping them in your circle, they're gonna see it front row, and they were waiting for that the whole time anyway. So it's better to cut them off and be by yourself than to give them that satisfaction, if that makes sense. But yeah, so those are my kind of how to spot a toxic friend and then cutting them off kind of video. If you guys have any tips for anyone else, or if you guys have any tips or ways of spotting toxic friends, leave a comment down below because it might help somebody else if they're in a toxic friendship. Regardless of their age, it might help someone. So if you have any tips or tricks, leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, please share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. There's gonna be more videos to come, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.